Hey, Hawkeye fans. Well, welcome back. We are coming off the bye week. We know our team is feeling well and feeling rested. We can't wait to chat with you guys about all of your questions that you submitted. Thank you so much for that. We've got a fantastic interview with a very dynamic Jaxon Rexroth. And we're also going to be, of course, previewing the big Oregon game in Kinnick Stadium. Welcome back. So this is Talkin Hawks presented by Hillsbank.
Hillsbank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hillsbank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access anytime.
Plus, Hillsbank is the bank on campus at the University of Iowa. So whether you're a student athlete or a Hawkeye superfan, Hillsbank helps you get in the game. Visit us today in person or at hillsbank.com, member FDIC. Hi, Matt.
Hey.
How's it going?
God is good.
Yes, and we don't have any children in the studio today.
Yeah.
Love them so much, but it also serves as a little bit of a distraction.
No mango eating off the carpet today.
I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised we didn't get any comments of people like, wow, can't believe you would let that happen.
There's no CPS out here. We're good.
Oh my gosh. I didn't mean like that. All right. Well, since we don't have any game 2 recap and it's the bye week, we decided to take some questions from our fans.
Oh, let's just get right into it. Okay, we're talking ball early.
Fans, listeners, 30 seconds in, here we go. Matthew is going to be on the mic. Why did I do that?
Don't do that.
All right, what questions do you have for us? I can't wait to answer.
All right, this one comes from username JD1019. What inspired the both of you to do a podcast with your busy schedules, kids, jobs, etc.?
Go ahead.
So this was actually it was an idea that I had a really long time ago. And I want to say 5-6 years ago. It was 2020. It was during COVID and everything was shut down. So my job at Iowa, I was basically doing nothing. Like we didn't have any events. If we did have events, you couldn't have fans there. And so my job didn't really serve a purpose. If there's no fans to interact with, then I didn't really need to be there. So I was like, man, how cool would it be as like an outreach thing for us to be able to chat with fans? And so that was kind of where the idea was hatched and never really came to fruition at Iowa. And so then we were like, okay, maybe we can do this thing. So we bought some podcast equipment and started doing it out of our closet at home.
Dax was just born.
Matt was doing all of the editing, which was a lot. And
no interviews.
And we had, I think,
we had 2 sponsors.
Who do we have? Galena Wine and Cheese.
Yeah.
And
there was
more.
like a board game place downtown.
Yes. There's a board game place downtown. So we started really small in terms of like the production and it was audio only. We didn't have any video element. But anyway, we decided to do it, I think.
For a year.
Yeah, for a year. And just as like a way for us to, work together, to bond. And I also the reason I brought up the idea for us to do it together was because I thought there was a really good balance for the two of us where I'm not the most like sports knowledgeable. I know enough to have the conversation, but you have the analytics. I have the like quote unquote entertainment side of it. Like, I don't want to say the entertainment factor. That's not my point. Like I have the other side where we're talking about mascots and cheerleading uniforms and like other elements that go into a game.
Absolutely.
And go into a team as well, like personalities and character traits and things that I think are just really fun. And so that was why I wanted the two of us to do it and just kind of brought up the idea to Matt. And he was like, yeah, sounds great. So I don't really know that there's a why other than I just thought it would be a really good idea and a really cool element for Hawkeye fans. Do you have anything else to add to that?
No, you guys make it even better with the comments and with the interaction we get from you guys. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm sitting at a closing and they're like, hey, I listen to your podcast.
Yes. Or I go into Kinnick and like get stopped on the way and they're like, oh, we love the podcast. Like, oh, that is so cool. I remember the first time it ever happened. Awesome.
I still can't get over how many people have talked to me about Secret Pizza.
Oh my God. Yeah. that one will never die.
Never die.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. This next one is from Carrie Ann 27. She asks, do you think you'll ever talk KF into being a guest on the pod?
Oh my goodness.
Our producer has talked to me, I don't know how many times about getting him on, Johnny C. I'd love to get KF on. We're not going to do it in season, and it depends on how busy his schedule is out of season. But yeah, of course, love to have KF on. Also, who else is calling him KF? Like that's okay.
Wait, what was her name?
Carrie Ann.
Carrie Ann.
Coach Ferris to you.
K.A. Carrie Ann, K.A. Loves KF.
Anyway, we would love to have KF on. We've had Coach Woods. Love to get Coach Lester on here too. He seems like he's kind of a fireball kind of guy.
He seems like he has a great personality. I feel like Coach Ferentz has a way of saying nothing, but saying something.
Yes.
With how many years of experience he has with media, that it would be a lot of the same stuff that you already hear. But I think he also would have a lot of really good like behind the scenes stories.
Just enough.
But I think also it might be an opportunity when he retires, however many years from now. Yeah. That maybe that would be when
maybe in the year 2035, we'll get him on.
Yeah, totally. So yes, we would love to have him on, but we'll see.
All right. This one is from Meg E. When it's an away game, do you guys have any game day traditions since you can watch together?
Maggie, no, not really.
We love a good away night game though,
yes.
Because usually what we do is we have Hulu. And so we'll like record the game, put the kids to bed, come back, and then we can watch the game without any distraction or interruption, especially because then you can skip through the commercials. So that's the best way to do it. So a night game is great. But also like when we can watch with the kids, it's always fun to like watch them cheer on the Hawks and like Dax is like, oh, there's Marky G. Like, they get pretty excited. I don't know that we really have any traditions other than we will be watching. And our TV is never on during the day. I get so much crap about that. Like throughout the week and the weekend, if there's no football, like our TV is never on. Everyone's like, why don't you have your TV on? I just don't like it. There's too much noise already to have like another added background noise. But I say all that to say on Saturdays, the TV is on from morning to night. Like we're watching football all day long.
When you say it's an away game, there's really not tradition other than, like you said, the night game stuff. But home games, I have a tradition of making chicken nuggets for the kids with a sauce smorgasbord, whether it's barbecue sauce, gold, barbecue sauce, something honey sweet or something, and then ketchup. So
I guess maybe that's tradition.
Yeah.
All right, this one is from Mr. Chowate. I hope I'm saying that right. 4 minutes before they start talking ball, ... What's up with that?
Well, we started saying it because we had a comment that was like, hey guys, just want to let you know they don't actually start talking about football until 4 minutes in, so you could skip through all the other crap. So we just made it an inside joke.
And now we try to banter as much as possible at the beginning of the episode.
Yep.
Out of spite.
Yeah, it's just an inside joke to be silly.
Nice. Okay. This one is from Grace Lewis 10. I guess this could be for both of you. What was your favorite part about going to college?
You go first.
Getting the opportunity to play. I mean, that was my dream, was to play at a Division I school and then potentially play in the league. And so that was like the highlight, aside from meeting my wife in college. But yeah, being able to play, I had a lot of really good times. Learned a lot about how to be a man outside of the confines of like school, to where like in high school you kind of told, and truthfully at Iowa it's like you've got a routine that you need to be in, or a schedule to abide by. And in a job like real estate where I kind of make my own schedule, it's really helpful to know that I can kind of make that and keep that routine, to know what is needed of me and still be able to take care of everything that needs done.
That was your favorite part of going to college?
It wasn't the partying. It wasn't like playing football was obviously the best part, like winning and the 2015 team. But like looking back, and maybe this is my 31-year-old self, like looking back and seeing the lessons I learned, I think that's more important than just a couple wins here or there.
Yeah. I would say for me, I guess, I don't know, like at the time it was like the independence, right? Like that's my favorite part of college. It's like now I get to like do my own thing and create my own rules and schedule, like you were saying. But I think looking back, the reason I'm grateful for like my experiences and everything in college is like the growth, like you were saying, over time, just to look back at like my 19-year-old self as opposed to the like 22, 23-year-old self. And just to see all the like experiences and obstacles and all those things that like God just put right in my path in order for me to be able to do what I do today. So looking back on that, it's kind of like a nice puzzle piece of a story to be able to look back and be like, oh man, all of that stuff happened at the University of Iowa to put me like right where I am. I don't know if that answers the question.
There's one thing I'm going to piggyback off of that. So I think I mentioned it before that we go on KZIA at 8 o'clock in the morning on Fridays, and they play "In Heaven There Is No Beer." And I remember that song would always be being played by the band when we're running into the tunnel after a win, and like that, like I still get a little nostalgia from hearing that song.
Mm-hmm.
Just something like that of like that was a really cool part of college is like the band, being able to run in, hear that, and know that it's after a big win.
Yeah,
nice. All right, this one is from Hawkeye Jim. This is a double parter. So Laura, this one's specifically for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite Hawkeye sport to be a part of?
Ooh. Gosh, I don't want to say a favorite one to be a part of. I want to say each thing. I want to say one thing that I like about like the 4 major sports that I like host at, I guess. So with football, like obviously it's the atmosphere. Like it's a collective atmosphere of like everybody cheering for the exact same thing. It's the IOWA at the corners. Like it's the collective atmosphere. It's the wave. Like the whole day is just like a beautiful event. Like that's the only way I can put it. Like it's just amazing. And obviously the tradition of Iowa football, just to be even a teeny tiny little piece of that on game day is like, it's an honor. Like to be on the same field as Coach Ferentz, who's been doing this forever, who has been like making guys like you into men, and to like just be involved in that in a tiny little bit. Like I'm very honored to be a part of that, and being a Hawkeye fan my whole life and following football so closely as a Hawk fan, like it just is really cool to be a part of that. So like I would say the whole atmosphere of football. In terms of like women's basketball, one of the coolest programs I think that exists just because of like the history and the tradition of that too, like with Coach Bluter and Coach Jensen and the type of people that are involved there. Like, I don't know, that's Lisa is one of those people that I look at and I'm like, wow, like just by the way, like by their fruits, right? Like the fruits are fruiting with Coach Bluter. Like, you can look at her and be like, yeah, that's somebody that I want to be like. That make you giggle, Matthew. Yeah, fruits are fruiting. And so I love being involved with that team because they're all so kind and respectful and just like genuinely good people to be involved with. Wrestling, obviously the tradition of winning, and
The Brands.
the Brands brothers are funny and intense, and like you have to be on your toes with them, and with all of their athletes, like you have to be on your toes anytime you're interviewing them or you're around them. Like there's always something. So those are those are some athletes and some coaches that I just am like, I love to be around because it's challenging in a way, like when you're doing my job, I guess you'd say. And then as far as men's basketball, like there have been some really, really cool memories and cool times in Carver Hawkeye Arena of like storming the court or just being a part of that kind of atmosphere when everybody's kind of like enclosed. It's just different from Kinnick. And so I would say like being involved with them has been really cool just to be a part of those moments too. And obviously it'll be cool to see what comes of that with Coach McCollum. So I can't really say which one is the most fun, but they all have different things that make them super unique to be involved with and special.
I like it. All right, this was part 2 for Matt. What is your favorite memory playing for the Hawkeyes?
Favorite memory. There are so many good ones. So Laura often called me the high five committee. I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast. I think we have.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
not. I was always one of the first to go give high fives to whoever scored, because I get genuinely excited when like somebody else does something good, and so like being able to like be a part of so many moments like that of just that amount of happiness, because the amount of work that we put in is a lot. To be able to play on Saturdays and to be a part of that, kind of like what you said, an honor to be a part of that kind of tradition, and then to hear Seth Anderson, who we interviewed, and that one will be coming out soon, talking about how they still talk about the 2015 team and how that team just had a lot of fun, and that was that entire year. Anytime somebody scored, we were all super excited on the sideline. made a bunch of really cool plays and stuff like that. But I think more importantly is like having that much fun doing something that is really hard. I think that's probably the best moment of like playing is just the amount of fun that I consistently was able to have.
That's great. All right, this one came from Aco Addy 1288. I gotta be honest, this one hurt a little bit coming through, but I think we gotta let the people know. They asked, "Have you thought about keeping the podcast going year round?"
We do.
We do. We do have the off season, so we do one episode a week during the season. So every Monday morning, at like 5 a.m.
And we dub it the season.
Yeah. During the football season, all the way through like the bowl game.
January-ish.
Yep. We have one episode a week. And then in the off season, we do one episode per month. So if you're saying we should do it once a week throughout the entire year, don't know if I could do it. A lot would have to go into that.
We'd be running out of student athletes at that time.
Right. But once a month, in the off season of football, we have a different athlete from all different sports. Sometimes it's alumni, sometimes it's coaches. We've had like track and field athletes. We've had women's basketball, men's basketball, women's wrestling, baseball. Like we've covered a lot of them. So we do keep that going. So tune in.
Nice. Gotta let them know. Mm-hmm. All right, last one. This is from Professor B-Man24.
Love it.
And I think you were wanting to talk about this anyways. They asked, what are Iowa's chances to get into the college football playoffs?
Finally, some validation. High. Actually, really high. Even
really?
a 2-loss team. Yeah.
Okay.
If we win out, high. The fact that Texas is ranked 20th, and you actually saw the video of Joel Klatt kind of breaking it down.
The difference between narrative and what did he say? Narrative and like earned ranking. Is that what he was saying?
Something like
that. Okay, continue.
Like how basically because they were ranked 1 to start the year, even though we look better than them in every aspect. No, really, really high. And what I mean by that is, and I've talked about the Big Ten Championship a little bit on this channel, and I'm going to in the preview of Oregon as well. But I don't know if it helps or hurts our playoff chances if we go to the Big Ten Championship. It's one of those where it's an added game to the schedule. And obviously we want to win the Big Ten Championship, right? But let's say we don't make it because Ohio State and Indiana both went out. We would be the next team to go. And I think there's talk of like through the 12-team playoff, if the Big Ten shows it's as strong as it is, that they would pick 4 teams from the Big Ten. We would be one of the top 4 teams in the Big Ten, regardless of whether or not what happens if we win the rest of our games. So we could potentially, now we would be a 12th seed or an 11th seed, so we're probably traveling. We're not hosting a game, whereas if we go to the Big Ten Championship and win, we might host a game.
That would be so fun. Sign me up.
That atmosphere would be absolutely wild. But, and it kind of depends on how the bowl games shift. I don't admittedly, I haven't done enough research on what the 12-team playoff looks like, if they're all bowl sites or however that works. But the point of it is, if we're top 4 in the Big Ten, so as long as we win out, I think we have a better than 50% chance to make the college football playoff. Now, obviously, that comes in. We got to beat Oregon, and then we got to beat Michigan State. We got to beat USC. We got to beat Nebraska, right? We still have to do the rest of our jobs. And it starts with Oregon, but we have a very good opportunity to make the college football playoff.
Sweet. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you.
Matty P.
Good job, team.
And thanks to everybody who submitted questions. That was so much fun.
That was great.
Maybe we should just throw some questions in every episode. So if you have anything that you want to throw down in the comments on YouTube or on social media, feel free to do so. And we'll do our best to get to a couple of those. Also, if you haven't done this already for us, this would be super helpful, like on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. On Apple Podcasts, I think you give like the 5-star review. Is that right? If you could do that, that would be super helpful for us. It's super easy and just a really great way to support Talkin Hawks. And also, of course, if you could subscribe to our YouTube channel, we would absolutely love that too. So send it to your friends, send it to your family, because everybody's wondering what's going to happen with this Oregon game coming up. And Matt's going to tell you.
We'll tell you.
I won't. Matt's going to tell you. That's his specialty.
Well, before we get going to the interview with Jaxon Rexroth, we forgot our unsung hero. brought to you by JB Roofing. And you know what? It's you, the fans. It's the people that listen to our podcast. Maybe you watch it on YouTube. Maybe you watch it on Spotify. Maybe you listen on Apple Podcasts. Maybe you just comment. Maybe you see it on Reels or Instagram, TikTok, all the stuff, Facebook. And then you guys comment to allow us to have segments like that where we get to talk to you, actually communicate. We did a giveaway at 1,000. We gave away a t-shirt, mug, and some other cool things in there. We got another giveaway coming up once we hit 1,500 subscribers here on YouTube. So it's you guys. You guys don't always get the shout out that you deserve. So you Talkin Hawks fans are the unsung hero, brought to you by JB Roofing. Need a new roof, gutter, or siding in Eastern Iowa? Call JB Roofing, a local and reliable roofer with over 20 years of experience. They do one roof at a time, unlike others who may juggle multiple projects and cut corners. They also serve a 45-mile radius around Kelowna and can help you with any insurance claims. No wait, call 319-656-ROOF or visit their website, jbroofingkelowna.com, for a free estimate. JB Roofing, the small-town roofer you can trust. Hey Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations, whether that be Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or my favorite, Solon. Cold beer, an award-winning game day menu, and warm hospitality welcome you and fellow fans as we root for the Hawks. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go Hawks.
Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Enjoy responsibly.
The Appliance Barn, a grand appliance company, offers a wide range of high-quality appliances at unbeatable prices.
Whether you're in the market for a new refrigerator, dishwasher, or washing machine, they've got you covered. They also have a delivery and setup department to ensure your appliances get delivered and installed quickly. To find out more, visit appliancebarn.com. Iowa City Tire and Service offers the area's best automotive repair while offering top-notch customer service and a unique environment.
They have beer.
And that makes them unique?
No, but they have a really big dog.
Again, does that make them unique?
I mean, they have cookies for their customers.
Not unique.
They have great t-shirts.
Still waiting for it.
They have arcade games like Dig Dug that I may or may not have the current high score on. Still.
What?
Okay then, Iowa City Tire and Service has over 640 5-star Google reviews, and ChatGPT even says it's the number 1 choice in the area.
You know, now that you mention it, those guys are pretty great.
Check them out at ictire.com or give them a call, 319-338-5401.
All right, Talkin Hawks fans, more defensive players are joining the podcast. Please welcome Jaxon Rexroth.
Thank you.
Jaxon, you have the hardest name to say. There's so much happening.
Yeah, 2 X's. It's a lot. Yeah.
It is a lot. Did you have a hard time with that when you were a kid?
I did not. No, just right off the bat, was able to say it. So
I'm so happy you asked that because I was thinking that the whole way here.
Yeah,
like our 2-year-old, there's no way she's saying Jaxon Rexroth.
Yeah, that's impressive. That probably helped maybe like your language and speech development.
It might have.
Yeah.
No, I didn't think about it that way, but easily could have.
Because I'm thinking like Jaxon Rexroth.
Yeah.
You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm the
Like,
same thing. I'm so happy you're saying.
My sister actually had a lisp, so that she couldn't say my name very well early on.
Gotcha.
She got it fixed, but it was a struggle. So,
Again,
So
our
was it like that,
2-year-old.
Jaxon Rexroth?
Exactly. Just how you did it. It was just perfect.
It's adorable though. You do have to say. I'm glad she fixed it now as probably an adult.
Yeah.
But as a kid, that's adorable.
Absolutely.
Well, how's it going? How are you?
It's going good. You know, I'm happy. It's bye week, so we're all getting that rest, getting that recovery. But we're excited. You know, we're starting to prepare for Oregon. So it's we're all doing great.
Yeah, that's good. How is your body feeling? You feeling good after Minnesota?
Yeah. I mean, well, we only played for 3 quarters because we were winning by so much. We all got taken out. So a little more rest than usual, which was nice. But besides that, body's feeling really good. Yeah.
Good. That's honestly probably the best case scenario, like an absolute beatdown.
Yeah.
Where you got to sit out for that last quarter and then lead that into a bye week.
Mm-hmm. I
That's
mean,
prime.
you don't usually expect that with like Minnesota, right? Like a rivalry team. Them and Wisconsin, those beatdowns, like it's nice to get those. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well-deserved trophies.
Mm-hmm.
Did you lift up Floyd at all?
A little bit. He's heavy.
Floyd's
Really heavy?
Yeah,
Floyd heavy.
he's
Is
the
it
heavy
like
one.
Almost 100 pounds. Is that right? Was
Yeah.
90-something pounds?
Maybe like
Something like
98 or
that.
something I saw.
It's-
But
Yeah.
It's not a hollow pig.
No, it's not.
It's got some bacon in there.
yeah, no question. There's some bacon.
Yeah. Well, Jaxon, where are you from?
So Cedar Rapids, I mean, 30 minutes north.
Mhm.
So I always grew up a Hawk fan, always coming to games. It's been my dream to play here. So
Where'd you go to high school?
Xavier. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good. Our niece goes to Xavier right now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
she loves it. Okay. So that all makes sense as to why you talked to Quinn Schulte,
Exactly.
who was also on the podcast last
Yep.
year.
If you haven't checked out that episode, go back and look.
Xavier, guys. Okay, very good. Xavier's a great school.
Yeah, I mean, we got me, Quinn, Ethan. We've had more guys that have been a football player. So it's like a little bit of a tunnel just on your way to being a football player here. So
Yeah.
Well, it seems like they do things right. Like
Mhm.
the culture kind of sets you up for what Iowa culture is.
Exactly. Right. It's very similar. I mean, with Coach Schulte, Quinn's dad, like he runs a tight ship. He, teaches everyone how to play football, but also how to be a better man. Just kind of like Coach Farron. So
I say the standards are high on the field, but it's more so what kind of people are you bringing into the facility every day?
exactly. Yep. Mhm.
Well, the academics with Xavier are really good too.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, totally set you up for college. Just like speaking
Mhm.
from like watching my niece do her homework. I'm like, I don't know if I ever learned that when I was in high school,
Yeah,
college.
I
but
mean-
it's kind of hard.
Yeah, no, exactly. They say like higher learning or something. I don't really know if that's true, but yeah, it's what they say. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you consider yourself smart because of Xavier, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say
Fair.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you
Part of it.
majoring in?
So I graduated in May with a health and human physiology major. Thank you. And then pre-med track. So I've been applying to med school this last year. So
Oh,
yeah.
Where'd you apply to?
kind of all around the Midwest. But I'd like to go here. I actually just got offered an interview here. So we'll
Nice.
see how that goes. That'll be coming up in December. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah.
Good luck.
Mhm.
Okay. And also Jennings is pre-med, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We're like only 2 on the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's not easy.
Yeah. Throughout my 5 years, we're the only 2 I've ever had actually on the team. Yeah. So,
Really?
mhm.
You guys study together?
It just happened that like I was like a semester ahead of him in all my classes, but
So you're smarter than he is.
no. He took some Gen Chem. I just skipped that, but whenever he needs something or I need something, like we talk to each other about it. So there's
Aw.
lots of discussions with me and Jennings about our science classes.
Yeah. Oh,
We're
that's
close to
good.
each other in the locker room. So
That's
That
good.
helps.
Offense, defensive love. I like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. You need a little bit of that.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what you want to do as far as like what kind of doctor you want to be?
I mean, I'd be interested in like orthopedics or sports med, one of those two.
Dr.
I mean,
Wolf.
exactly right. All that stuff's always interested me, and I'd been around it. I've had injuries before that I've needed orthopedics help. So it's just something that's always kind of interested me.
Interesting.
Mhm.
When Jennings told us he wanted to be, he wanted to go into pediatrics.
Pediatrics.
Did that surprise you too?
The fact that he's laughing tells me
well, it's
that-
because every time he says it, I just chuckle to myself. Just because I mean, it's such a big man, just with little kids, but he honestly does have like the perfect personality for it. Like
Yeah.
he's hilarious. He's
Mhm.
no matter what, he can get people to smile, get people to laugh. So it's perfect. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like as like a mom of children, like
Mhm.
if I wanted my kid to like drop the pacifier, like be done with the pacifier, right? I'd be like, Jennings, can you just let him? Like, I would
Yeah.
trust him to get that through, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
right. Yeah.
"I'm done with the pacifier.
Yeah. And he'd say it like that, and it'd work for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, if I was a little kid, I'd be scared of him. So,
right.
but then I would understand he's really a teddy bear on the inside.
The
So
sweetest man.
yeah.
Totally.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, so going back to growing up in Cedar Rapids, you said you have a sister. Do you have any other siblings?
Yeah, I have a little brother as well. They're both here at the university. So
So you guys will almost be pretty close in age.
yeah, all 2 years apart.
Very
So
good.
that was real fun growing up for sure. I mean, we all had our fights and moments, but it was a good time. Yeah.
So
Okay.
right now we have a 4.5, 2.5, and a 7-month-old.
Yeah. So that's just the exact same. Yeah. It's the exact same type of age difference.
And
Yep.
you guys didn't bicker too much. You were enough of friends.
Yeah. I mean, I would say we each like had our phases, right? Like,
Sure.
like sometime, I don't know the ages, but like me and my brother would bicker more and I'd be cool with my sister, or me and my sister would, and I'd be cool with my brother. It just kind of would switch off, I feel like. But towards the end, it was really just those two bickering, me just, being the mediator. So yeah, older sibling type things, I guess.
So
yeah.
you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
hmm
Okay. And then is your sister,
She's a freshman.
is she the middle child? Or
She's the youngest. And then my
Oh.
brother's a junior here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yep.
Were they into athletics at all?
Yeah. My sister she won a state championship her senior year in basketball. She had a great state tournament. But she also played volleyball. She wanted to do volleyball in college, but she didn't want to go to a small school because it would have been D2 or D3. So she decided to come here. But she, as a freshman, she made the A club volleyball team. So she's doing
What's
that. It's like they have club sports for different types of
kind of intramural.
Yeah, it's intramural, but it's like a higher level. So like
okay,
they had a tournament here. They go to Notre Dame, but they play like Nebraska's club teams, Wisconsin's, Indiana's.
Dang.
So I think they have them for basketball and just more sports. But she has like volleyball one. So yeah.
Do they ever recruit like for the Iowa volleyball team? Do they ever recruit off of that club
I mean,
team?
I doubt it, but hey, if they needed a player, I'm sure that's somewhere they'd have to look.
I wonder if they would. I mean, I don't know. Just
maybe
another space that they're already here. They're already enrolled.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. Right.
Shout out to your sister. What's her name?
Taylor.
Taylor.
Yeah. Shout out to Taylor. Yeah. Yep.
And what's your brother's name?
Jevin. Yeah.
Jevin.
Yeah. So he's a good football and track runner as well. So
Jevin Rexroth.
Yeah.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Okay. You said he played what sports? Sorry.
Football, track, and he wrestled a little bit, but those were his two mains, football and track.
What sports did you play?
Football, track, basketball, and baseball. So kept myself busy.
So everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Baseball was my second favorite though. That's
What position in baseball?
Center field. Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, if Iowa football or football didn't work out in general, probably would have junior college for baseball somewhere or something. Just see what happened after that. Yeah.
So so growing up, how long did you play all four sports? Did you play them all the way through high school?
All the way from when I was little all the way. Well, track started middle school, but besides that, the other three, my whole life. Yeah.
It's interesting how many people that we've had on the podcast talk about, well, I specialized my junior year. So like my last 2 years, I did XYZ, but I like to know that there's all four sports.
Yeah. I mean, that was a thing that was around me in high school, that people like specializing, but I feel like at Xavier, with our coaches and just the culture there, like everybody, it was like stressed upon like you should do multiple sports. And that was like a big deal to all the coaches. And I think that even helps in college recruiting. Like
absolutely,
football coaches like to see guys that can do other sports and succeed in those as well. So
say Coach Morgan came to more of my track meets than he did my football games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and usually, I mean, like I'm just jumping. Like he drove 6 hours to watch me jump 6 times, and he's just standing over there on the by the fence just watching.
Yeah, he's Coach Morgan's awesome.
As you say, the fact that he's still around the facility is wild.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, he rides his bike every morning in with Coach Parker.
Does he have those thick tires on his bike? Too?
Yeah. Yes. He's very active. So it's pretty sweet to see him come in still.
Who recruited you?
Actually, Coach Morgan.
Okay.
He was the first person I ever talked to from Iowa. That would have been my sophomore year of high school. Mm-hmm. He was coming in to see Quinn, Ethan, and then Coach Schulte had me talk to him too. So that was pretty cool to talk to him for that first time. But besides that, it was mostly Coach Barnes, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, not a whole lot. Because really I was getting recruited mostly FCS. So my offers were like UNI and South Dakota State and other schools like that. So they kind of, once I got those offers, Coach Barnes kind of hopped in. Like they had been like texting me, but it was nothing serious. But he was like, hey, like we actually want to offer you a preferred walk-on spot. So, and that's when it came down to my choice between a scholarship FCS or doing the preferred walk-on thing here. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Because you would have been on the cuts didn't happen until what, a year or two
ago?
A
year ago. Yeah. Yep.
Because and maybe the structure is a little different, but knowing that it was 25 and 30, because I think we had 122 guys on the roster when I was there. Mm-hmm. Cut it down to 95. Is that right?
105.
It is 105. Okay. Yeah. So you still have a decent amount.
Yeah. There's still walk-ons in each class coming in, but there's very little compared to what there used to be. I think my class, we had like 15, 12, 15 walk-ons. But this last class had like 2. So there's a big difference now with these cuts. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I mean, we probably had 17, I think, when I came in.
Yeah. Yep.
Just because it's, hey, take everybody, you're going to get them through training camp. Yeah. You're going to figure out if they're going to stay or not.
Yeah.
And then the guys that do stay typically end up playing a lot of football or earning themselves a scholarship.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So how did you make that choice between a scholarship or a walk-on?
I mean, a lot of it came down to Quinn, because he had done the same thing. He started on as preferred walk-on as well. And he told me like, hey, like, it's not going to be easy, right? Like, you're going to start at a disadvantage, but if you work hard, if you do the right things, and coming from Xavier, he's like, you know how to do the right things. So that'll put yourself in a good spot to actually be able to earn playing time, earn a scholarship and all that. So I trusted him. And And I just wanted to play at this level. I've always wanted to play here. So it really wasn't much of a choice. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we have any like younger athletes that are listening to this, even like high school athletes, right? When Quinn says like, hey, do the right things, you're going to start at a disadvantage, but right. Like, what does that mean? What does that entail?
I mean, it entails, showing up on time to everything. I feel like that's something that a lot of people take for granted. When guys come into the program, and there's some freshmen that they can't seem to figure it out and it doesn't seem to go well for them. And then just paying attention, respecting everybody, respecting your coaches, your teammates, and then just no matter what, working hard, and then paying attention to the details. I think all those things are really what can lead you to success, like at Iowa, as you well know. So,
well, and I think that's not necessarily the recruiting point, but the amount of guys I played with that are walk-ons that get legitimate playing time and then earn scholarships, because even when I showed up, so I was a gray shirt.
Yeah.
So I was 14 out of 14 on the depth chart when I showed up.
Yep.
And it's like anybody that goes out there and competes can find themselves playing on Saturday. And I ended up playing week 2 of my freshman year.
Yeah.
But like, it's all about if you show up and do the right things, prove that you can do it. My old receivers coach always said there's 2 abilities. Dependability and availability.
Yeah.
Are you dependable that you're going to do what you need, and available because you're not hurt and you're not screwing around and all those things, right? Doing those 2 things gets you on the field at Iowa. And I think, especially in the realm of NIL, where everybody's like, oh, I want to go here, go here, go here. It's nice that Iowa's still one of those developmental programs, but also based on everybody legitimately has a shot to play that's on the team. I think there are sometimes people show up because they're like, oh, we just need a body to practice. I don't think that's the way at Iowa.
I completely agree. I mean, they seem, like you said, like if you are better than that person, no matter if you're a preferred walk-on or a scholarship, like you're going to play. And I think at different programs, that's probably not the case, right? Like they have their guys that they like. And I just think like in the NIL time and the transfer portal time, like Iowa still shows so much loyalty, which is huge, right? And not many places do. Like if they don't see something new, they're not gonna even try with you. And Iowa, no matter what, I feel like they've always shown loyalty to their players. And I think that's why we've had a lot more loyalty with our players to our staff compared to other guys. Just oh, like I'm not playing, I'm just leaving.
Right,
but we
30 in, 30 out kind of programs.
Exactly. We just have guys that are like, all right, like I trust in our coaches. I believe that they're gonna develop me, they're gonna build me, they're gonna allow me to succeed. So I'm going to stay here and bide my time and just keep working at it. And you don't see that a lot anymore. So I think that's pretty cool.
I think you played with one of the best examples of this in Jay Higgins.
Yeah.
Who sits behind a first-round draft pick, and instead of leaving because he wanted to play sooner, he learned, and now he's playing in the league.
Yep. I mean, our whole linebacker room, I think we all kind of just try to help out each other in that. And like Jack was like really good at moving along all the young guys. Like it's not just our coaches, it was him like teaching us what we should be doing. And he passed that down onto Jay. But for Jay to stay loyal and just bide his time and then go out there and have the seasons that he did, it's pretty unreal. You don't hear about those stories anymore. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The thing about too, the like the whole NIL transfer portal thing, when it first kind of like opened up, I remember some of our coaches being like, now I'm not just recruiting like recruits, like high school recruits. I'm recruiting my own players. Like, hey guys, stick it out.
Yeah.
Like, will you just stay with me, so we can develop you and get you into that position. So it doesn't sound like there was much recruiting that needed to happen to keep you around though.
No, exactly. When I saw that, I was like, oh boy. I mean, I just think that just kind of shows the kind of program that people have right now. And luckily enough, like we don't have to worry about that here. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So yeah.
Totally. And what year are you now?
So this is my 5th year.
Your 5th year.
Yep.
Gotcha. So yeah, you've been hanging around like some pretty top tier linebackers.
Yeah.
In your 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've had a whole group of them. So
was there any advice that any of them gave to you like along the way that isn't just like, make sure you watch your film, make sure you're showing up on time, right? Like that you kind of point to and are like, oh man, yeah, that really stuck with me.
I mean, I got to think, because there is so many guys, and I mean, I still talk to so many of them, like still talk to Nick Jackson a lot, Kyler Fisher. I think Nick kind of always told me like, just no matter the situation, like whatever you think a coach may think of you or anything, just like as long as you just be yourself and work hard and just do what you know you can do and keep that confidence that like the things are going to work out. Because like some guys will have some guys who end up just getting in their head so much, and that kind of like just, you know, it brings them down. Like they can't perform to the best of their ability because they're in their head so much. And he's like, no matter what, never do that. Like never get stuck in your own head, because then, you know, you won't succeed to what you need to, and you won't play.
Yeah, I feel like that's really important on the defensive side of the ball too. We had Deshaun Lee come in last week, and he was talking. Was it Deshaun that was saying, like for a quarterback, like
yes,
you throw the ball away, you go back and you have another down, right? Like we get another try with this. Like for defensive side of the ball, like if you let a play go, like you don't just get to restart and like try again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so not getting in your head, I feel like that would be a big one. Like because if you do have a mistake or a slip up or a misread or whatever that looks like, you don't really just get another shot. You kind of just have to be like, well, I guess that happened and let's move on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's one thing about playing on defense, right? Like we're reacting to the offense. I know you're an offensive guy, so
Ayo.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, like we are going to give up plays, and we know that as a defense. It's just like Coach Parker always stresses like not giving up big plays. And like when they do happen, you know, you just got to have like some guys always talk about having the mind of a goldfish, right? Like they have a 10-second memory. So just like it happened, just forget about it and then just move on. So that's always one that people are always talking about. But
I love that one.
I feel like I'm going to look at the defense now as a bunch of goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how intimidating that would look, but
that actually is like the cutest way of saying that.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's probably like the most mild way to say that. So yeah, absolutely.
Coach Parker, I mean, he's somebody that is talked about nationally, just of like what a great coach he is. Everybody's always shocked that he's still at Iowa. He hasn't left for a bigger coaching job, which I think is a huge testament to our program, to Coach Ferentz, that he's able to keep guys like that around. What can you say about him and just his coaching style and his philosophies that have helped you this long?
Yeah, I mean, he's an intense guy, right? But you well know, I mean, I'm sure you've heard him yelling at DBs and all of that.
Perfectly clean.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. He would never like say anything bad. But he just he has a way of getting across to guys like how much like each snap means. Like never take anything for granted. And all he really stresses like every week is championship effort, championship attitude, championship toughness. And I mean, he just keeps instilling that in us, and getting to the ball, swarming the ball, having so many guys just go out with absolute effort. And the way he coaches that, like you believe like that's what you need to do to get it done. But like also, I mean, he's got like so many good guys around him on our defensive staff. Like Coach Wallace is my coach personally in the room, and he he just learned how to coach off Coach Parker. They both coach different ways, and they do a great job of like, one guy maybe is getting yelled at by Coach Parker, but Coach Wallace can be like, hey, Coach Parker, let's calm down a little bit, and then tell him what he needs to hear. And that happens probably every game. Like
good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, exactly. They have the good thing going, but Coach Wallace can also be a bad cop. They know when they need to do what. So
just a good balance. Well, working together for that many years.
Yeah, exactly. And they both learned off of Norm Parker, who he was the legendary D coordinator before Coach Parker. And I mean, they have so many great things to say about him and the way that they taught them how to coach. So it's a great thing. Yeah.
I think it's one of those where the culture is so good from the top on what the standard is that then that's when the players can take over.
Yeah.
Like a Jack Campbell, like a Jay Higgins, to where they feel like they have that presence to be like, hey, I'm the guy. I'm going to make sure that I'm the field general on the field, because we can only see Coach Parker doing this so much from the sidelines, right? Like he can only do so much, especially when Kinnick is loud and it's a blackout. Like you guys are trying to communicate just as much as the offense is. But being the field general on the field that has that kind of mentality, that doesn't just happen. But it seems to be guy after guy after guy. Like guys that I played with, Josie understood that. Right. And then obviously, like I said, Jack and Jay, and now
Jaden and Jaden.
Yeah. Why am I blank? Carson as well.
And Carson, yep.
I was like, there's a guy that I'm thinking is like, it's the newest 43, Carson Shire. So like all those guys have to be the field general. And now it's almost our defensive backfield's kind of the more experienced of the group in terms of playing time. With Xavier and Cohen. We're talking a lot more football than we typically do here.
You know? Smart guy.
Yeah, smart guy.
Did you happen to see Bo Bauer at the Minnesota game?
I did not know.
You didn't?
No, I did not know
he
he
had
was
a
there.
sweatshirt on that said Goat Wallace. And it
Oh, really?
had a picture of like a cartoon, like goat
That's
body,
funny.
and then
Yeah.
Coach Wallace's face on it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of funny things about Bo.
Yeah.
Interesting cat.
Yeah, I think Coach Wallace told us the other day that he started out his text to Coach Wallace. Bo texted Coach Wallace and was like, "Sup, King," was the start. And
Yeah.
he thought that was pretty funny. And we were all like, okay, that's the type of guy he is.
Name another player that would coach or text his coach. Sup, King.
I mean,
I don't know.
not many that I know of.
No.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? Sorry.
Well, I was going to go back to kind of sports.
Mhm.
Growing up, you played, like you said, everything. So what was the recruiting process like for football? I know you said it was mostly FCS, but did you get looked at for baseball, looked at for any other sports?
Mostly baseball, but it was like those junior college D2, D3 programs. But I kind of just told them like, I'm sorry, but I want to play football in college. And that was kind of my main thing. And then with football, like, I mean, I played linebacker my whole life until my junior year because I also played quarterback my whole life. So for Xavier, I was the quarterback and safety. They moved me back, so they don't want me to get hurt.
Yes, makes sense.
So that was different. Like some smaller schools were like, hey, maybe you could play quarterback for us. And then basically everybody was recruiting me as a safety. So never really planned on being a linebacker because I came here as a safety. And then after a year, I got moved to linebacker. It was more natural. But it also allowed me to play more on special teams, which is kind of where I've made my football career. I think the whole time is just through special teams and then eventually building up to playing on defense. But that's kind of where it all starts, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those stories where it's like the position change and then it turns into something.
Yeah.
Like you talk about how, I mean, I'm sure KF brings it up all the time. He talks about Dallas Clark almost all the time.
Yeah, all the time. Yep.
Even Akram Wadley was DB for a couple weeks, then he moved back to receiver.
I didn't even know that. Yeah,
we were really deep in 2015
Yep.
and 2016 between like JP, LaShawn, Kanziri, Derek Mitchell Jr., and Akram. Like we had a bunch of guys. So they tried Akram out of DB for a little bit just to see, and he was trash. So they moved back to offense.
Yep.
Josh Jackson played receiver for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of flipped between the two before he was, a second-round pick for the Packers?
Yeah, exactly.
They're usually got a pretty good eye for moving that.
They do.
But then they also put a giant emphasis on special teams.
Yep, absolutely.
Are you on the punt return unit?
Yeah. So
talk to us about the punt return unit. How exciting is it to be with a guy that could crib it almost every time he touches the ball?
I mean, I'm on punt return and kick return, so just to know that I have that dude back there. And then I kind of like before every huddle, like when we're out there and we're about to go out on punt return, I'm like, hey, listen, like we have the best returner in the nation behind us. Like, let's do it all we can, because if each of us make our block, like he's going to get it to the end zone somehow. Like, and we know that. And that confidence that we have in him allows us to be so much better as a whole unit.
Sure.
So like, and also each touchdown we score, we get to go to Joseph's as a unit. So that's another incentive.
That's awesome.
We love that. But it's so much fun blocking for that dude because he is so talented. So yeah.
I would assume, that it makes a lot of sense that it would make you guys work a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that other special teams units don't work hard, but I feel like sometimes like a kick return or a punt return, I mean this as an average
I'm
fan,
waiting to see where this is going.
could feel like kind of a waste of time and effort.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times like the other guys are like the bad guys are coming and they're just going to tackle him after like 10 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's just going to be like a fair catch.
Yep.
And you put all that effort in.
You don't
and
have to
you're
call me
like,
out like that.
You were just fair catching all the time, or
they didn't call me fair catch McCarron. That was Riley, but I did fair catch a decent amount.
Yeah, I get it. That's safe. Yeah.
Well, exactly. So I'm not mad about it. I saw you get smacked a few different times. My point is, I could see where like having Caden back there would give you guys like an extra oomph of like, okay, yeah, we could actually make something happen here.
Yeah, right. And most people don't kind of realize that, but it does. Like, you got to believe. Like, 'cause some people do think like, oh, like another like rep of punt return or kick return, but like every time we're out there, we're like, no, we could score on this play. Like, it does add another sense of belief, which is pretty sweet.
It's almost like another element of the offense.
Yeah, right, exactly. Because we're gonna move that ball, make it easier for them, or just put it in the end zone for them. So yeah, right.
Talk about KJ Parker. wearing 32.
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I mean, he came out of nowhere, right? Like everybody was like, "Who is that? Who's that on the field?" Even Weejan was like, "Who's 32?" Yeah.
Laura said that at his post-game presser, he didn't know who it was.
Yeah, he didn't know who it was. It was so
the funniest
funny.
thing is too, when he gets to like the 10 or 15 yard line, you see him like look at KJ and then he like double takes again. Have you watched the video?
Yeah,
of him, like, looking
right.
Like, what was that?
He's like, exactly. He was so confused. I mean,
funny.
That's hilarious, right? Like, KJ's just kind of like, he just kind of came, he's been so fast, off on scout punt rush versus our punt team.
Sure.
And like I try to block him. I'm like, this guy's moving so fast off the ball. So then we saw that, and Coach Woods was like, let's put him on the punt return unit, right? Let's put him off that edge. So he's been a guy that we're just trying to set up, because he can block punts. Like he's so tough to block. So they did that, and then
Indiana, was it Indiana or was it no? It was Minnesota where they shanked one behind him because he
exactly
got right in his face.
Yeah, that was a rugby punt, and he literally, if it was a good punt, if it was a good punt, he would have blocked it, and we probably would have scored there.
Right.
Yeah, but he literally shanked it. And like he got yelled at first for a little bit throughout those first practices just because he hadn't really done it yet, but he's figuring that out now well. And he did, like, I did not expect a block like that from him because I don't know how much, like 180, like but he lifted. Yeah, literally lifted him up, put him down.
The punter, but he still lifted him and put him down.
It was pretty awesome. Yeah, that was sweet.
Well, I'd assume you spend like probably outside of football, like 80 to 90% of your time studying. Is that accurate?
I would say, yeah, my first 4 years, and then like studying for my MCAT and all that, I definitely was just only school and football. That was my life. But now that I've graduated, my classes are pretty easy this semester.
You're chilling this semester.
Yeah, I get to focus on football and other things, so it's nice. Yeah, but usually it was all school. Yeah, for sure. School. Yeah.
What do you like to do? Like, what's your hobbies, your activities outside of those two things?
I mean, I love to golf. Kind of picked that up these last 3 years, but gotten all, not great, but I'm getting better, right? My handicap probably I don't even know what it started at. Probably like really bad, but I'd say it's getting down to like 12 to 15. Like I'm getting better.
Dang,
so I'm starting to play bogey golf, which is good to hear. So that's good.
Do you know what a handicap is in golf?
It's probably what, like the amount of shots you take over, like what you're supposed to, like over par?
Or yeah, that's really good. Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah.
I'm very impressed. There's no way I thought she was getting that.
Yeah, but
as they say, I know ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Jeez.
But in the winter, I like to ski. I've been skiing since I was like 1 year old. Really? We used to own I mean, not like there's many, like they're like hills around here, but there was like a.
Well, I don't think skiing in Cedar Rapids. Those don't.
Yeah, those right, don't exactly. So I mean, I try to make it out to Colorado as much as I can. Love it out there, but and we had we used to own a little like ski resort is what you'd call it, but it's not really. It was called Snowstar, but in Illinois, it was really tiny. But
wait, really?
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
it was cool. It was fun. It was fun when I was a kid. But so I love to do that, and then just hang out with my friends, hang out with my girlfriend. That's about it though around, besides football.
Whoa. So how long did your family own the ski place?
So, I mean, since they owned it, I guess my great grandfather started it. So he bought it with another guy. And so it's been in my family my whole life until probably like 8 years ago. Now I don't know who owns it now. I haven't been there in a while, but yeah, so it was like it was like a little small thing, but it was fun. And a lot of people from the area would be there. Like it'd be pretty packed. So it was cool. Yeah.
How hard is it to learn how to ski?
I mean,
well, I guess if you've been doing it your whole life,
the older you are, yeah, but I've seen people try to take it on. Like some people, it can be tough. If you're somewhat athletic, like you can absolutely do it. But if not, I mean, you might fall a lot, but then eventually you get it, right? You got to fall to learn. But yeah, I don't even remember learning. I was so young. Like I just remember just being able to ski.
I feel like that's a really good skill to have when you're super young. Like you think about body awareness, core strength, like being aware of where your surroundings are so you know when to dip your knees.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that probably helped me with my athleticism, being completely honest. I just had to be smart, right? Because there was a little bit where I was like hitting some jumps, doing some crazy, like I could do some good tricks. I was doing some stuff. But I toned down on that after high school. Yeah, I haven't really done any of that for 4 years.
What tricks could you do?
I could do some 360s. I could do. I landed a flip once, but I also
Backflip?
didn't a lot. Yeah, backflips are way easier. Front flips, that's like impossible.
Because you're thinking about you're going this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flip.
People do front flips though. That's just dangerous. Like probably on your neck.
You gotta have a lot of torque in the air.
Yeah, you literally have. It's like doing a gainer off a diving board.
Right.
You know what that is? Where you get forward and going backward.
Yeah.
Same thing. But then besides that, just like simple stuff. But I stopped doing those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have any injuries from skiing ever?
I never did. No. So I guess it's just nothing serious. I've a lot of bloody noses.
Well, sure,
A lot of, headaches. Actually, I don't even count this from skiing, but when I was little, I was on the ski lift and my skis got I was really little. I was like 6. The tip of my skis got stuck in this like snow mound and I fell forward. And I didn't wear a helmet back then just because nobody did. And the ski lift kept going over me and then it stopped because I fell. And so it stopped and I lifted my head up and just smoked the bottom of the ski lift and cut open my head.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
It was okay. I just got some stitches. My dad's a doctor, so he just did. I got hurt all the time, so he was stitching me up all the time.
Good to know. Okay.
Yeah. Like another injury. Like I also wakeboard. But I was.
Are you sure you're from the Midwest?
I know, right? But there's lakes everywhere. You know what I mean? There's Okoboji. There's all that. But I was 9 years old and I was wakeboarding. It was 4th of July, and I was trying to like do a jump over the wake because you got both sides, and I landed weird, and somehow the board stayed on my feet but hit me in the head.
Oh.
And these wakeboards are like snowboards are kind of flimsy. Like wakeboards are like concrete almost.
Yeah.
So I fractured my skull actually.
No way.
Yeah, I had a whole indent in it, and it kind of was pressing into my brain a little bit. Luckily, it was probably pressing in like a millimeter. But they were like, luckily, if it was any worse, like we'd have to do like a surgery on it, but it'll just heal itself and everything will be good. But they were like, this is the worst skull fracture we've ever seen. The people in Cedar Rapids, because they transferred me there after. But
oh my goodness.
yeah.
Did you get knocked out?
No, and I didn't get knocked out. I didn't have a concussion. That's why they were like crazy. Like they all thought I was fine. It looked like I just had a cut on my head. And then the doctors, they were like, one more thing, let me check in your ear. So they looked at my ear and there's blood in my ear. And then they did a CT scan and they saw that it was fractured. They couldn't believe it because I was completely fine. Yeah.
Whoa.
I know.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
Did you have to wear a helmet for a while after that?
I did.
I'm just imagining you with like a foam helmet on for like
2
months.
It's actually so embarrassing, but
well, this is even better then.
Yeah, I actually did. And it was, gosh, I was so mad. But my mom, she made me stay with it. I had to wear it in like high V because like, just like if something falls off the shelf and hits you in the head, slip. You could be like really, because it could have caused like brain damage, like actual brain damage. So she made me wear a helmet for a little bit and I felt like an idiot, but it was probably for the best. So, yeah.
Like what kind of helmet? Was like a doctor type of helmet?
Yeah.
That you had to wear? Okay,
exactly.
Like one that babies wear?
Yeah, it was like a larger one of those. Yeah. So it really looked like an idiot.
Oh.
If we go on a deep cut, do you think we can find a picture of you?
I don't even know if I probably tried to delete them all when I was a kid. So I don't even think they exist. But it caused my parents a lot of stress when I was little, with injuries and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So you were just a very active kid.
Yeah, tried to be. Yep, exactly.
That is so funny. So were you and your siblings very competitive with each other then?
Yeah, no question. I mean, just, like me and Jevin would like wrestle and all that. And then like all 3 of us would always be like racing or like doing something like that. I mean, you guys are going to get to that point soon, right? Like, yeah.
Did you find that your sister was just always her being the youngest and also being a girl, was she always just trying to like keep up with you guys all the time?
Yeah, that is real. But I think she loved it. She loved having 2 older brothers, and she still does because we still help her out whenever she needs. She doesn't have a car down here because she's a freshman right in the dorms. So she's always using my car or using Jevin's car for stuff. She's always texting us, and we meet up and we see each other once every 2 weeks and stuff. So it's nice having them here. Yeah.
Okay. So siblings being that close together, like me and my siblings are also pretty close too. And I'm just thinking, not in age, but I mean like in relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But you also see like adult siblings that just grow apart from each other
Yeah.
or aren't friends, or even just like in high school and things like that, like when you go through phases. How did your parents kind of like, or maybe they didn't, it was just natural, but how did you guys stay friends that now you still even want to see each other every 2 weeks or feel comfortable enough for her to like text you and be like, can I use your car? And you're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was pretty natural, but I will say like my mom was huge on respect, and like she always made sure like nobody was disrespecting anybody else. And like we obviously all had our moments because we were little kids, but I think my mom like taught us those values and morals that you need to like know who the people are that care about you. And I know that those two care about me. So I know that our relationship is important. And I think just keeping those important relationships is important.
Yeah. Are you guys good at saying sorry to each other?
I am to my sister.
Okay.
I'm not very good at saying sorry to my brother. And he's not good at saying that to either of us. He's a stubborn one, but I'm like we all know how to, but we're not great at it, I guess, yet. But
that's always one thing I'm really big on with our kids. It's like you guys got to say sorry to each other.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I'm
The
sure
thing is, they both get in the wrong a lot. Like Blair kicked Dax's car, so Dax hit Blair.
Yeah,
Like they're both wrong.
Yeah, so they both did something bad, so they both should say sorry. Yeah. It's just somebody needs to be the bigger person and say it first. And we eventually would always figure that out. So
That's cool. And you guys traveled a lot then as a family, right?
Mm.
Just like going to like Colorado. And like,
a lot of car rides. When we were little, we would drive like everywhere, and then we would fly to Florida. We had some friends down in Florida, so we'd fly to Florida like once a year. So we were always traveling, and but traveling is when like everything happens. That's when like arguments and like ensue. So those are the things we got to be aware of it. But I'm sure you guys know. But,
well, good. I'm glad we got some parenting advice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Anything I can do.
I do want to ask one thing. Coming from Xavier, does your faith play into anything? Whether it's just game day or kind of how you see life or football?
No, absolutely. I mean, that's something that I always. I pray every night before I go to bed and try to do all the pray, just kind of a lot. Go to church and all that. And I think just having your faith and understanding like how to be a good person to other people, like that's kind of been huge for me. And just always try to keep that. And I think that also helps you keep more healthy relationships with everyone around you. So.
It kind of seems like that's been like a bigger piece of the culture, at least on your guys' team too. Like
Absolutely. It's really big this year with our team, which is awesome to see. Like everybody, we have chapels every Friday for games, and like our chapels have never been as full as they are now, which is I think that also allows us as a team to be more together, which allows more success. So I feel like this year we're a very together team, which is awesome to see.
We were probably at. No, absolutely agree. I feel like we were at like 15 people maybe.
Yeah, and like we're at like 40 to 50 right now. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, that's half the team.
Yeah. So it's sweet. It's really something cool.
Yeah.
Do you do the cross on your eye black?
I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Because I know Reese does his.
Yep. There's a lot of guys that do. And then some guys have like crosses in their thigh pads and other things. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
What kind of doctor is your dad, by the way?
He's an OBGYN.
Really?
Yeah.
In Cedar Rapids?
In Cedar Rapids. Yeah.
Oh, very good. I'm not going to ask you on air where he works. After. Interesting. Okay. Well, hey, this was great. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah.
You have a wonderful story and are very dynamic.
Try to be.
Yeah. Okay, no more head injuries, or I'm going to make you wear your football helmet around campus. Can you imagine?
Thank you. Don't want to do that.
Your mom will be making you do that.
She'll make me as well. Yeah.
Can't go to Hy-Vee without your football helmet on. Pads, the whole deal. All right. Well, Jaxon, thank you so much. It was great to talk with you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Well, hey, Talkin Hawks fans, we are so excited about our newest sponsor of the podcast, and that is Stack Wellness Cafe. Okay. Are you done interrupting?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Go.
Stack Wellness Cafe is fast, healthy food that you can grab on the go. It is protein shakes, bowls, and all kinds of other things to help you hit your protein goals for the day. Everything is made better.
I bought it. I go there. I'm going to drink it.
Well, truthfully, Matt goes there like every other day. I'm pretty sure you come home with a stack protein shake almost every single day.
If you knew about it, you'd do it too.
All of their food is cooked locally and fresh and is delivered to each location for maximum quality and flavor. Okay. It's delicious. Wouldn't you say, Matt?
Nothing brings fans together on game day like great pizza and good company. At Marquee Pizzeria in the Iowa River Landing, we fire up fresh wood-fired pies, served ice-cold drinks, and create the perfect spot for fans of all ages. Whether you're out with friends or making it a family night, Marquee Pizzeria is the place to celebrate before or after the game. Grandma's Hands is my favorite. Find us in Coralville at the Iowa River Landing District. Go Hawks. I love Estella's because it's fresh. From fresh grilled steak to the salsas to the fresh pressed tortillas. I love Estella's because it's made there right in front of you and it's quick and it doesn't feel like fast food. It's fresh food made quickly.
We both love Estella's because it's made with love. They put a lot of pride in their food and customer service, and they're locally owned. Fresh food, made quick, and with love. Check out Estella's today. Okay, Matt. Jaxon, lovely man.
Jaxon Rexroth.
Stop.
That's all I can think of
I know.
because there's no way I would have been able to say that when I was little.
100% no. It's a cool name, though. Rexroth?
Jevin is also.
Never
I don't
heard
know
that.
if
I've
I've heard that
never heard that name before. Very interesting
It's
name.
like if you're typing Kevin and you just hit the wrong key because J is right next to it.
Oh, that's so true. That's
Maybe
funny.
that's what happened at birth.
You don't type the
They
birth
just-
certificate. Oh, like if the people doing it,
Yes.
like the
Remember,
parents don't,
Brock's
though.
last name technically has a capital D in it, which it shouldn't.
That's true. Anyway, all right. Should we get into Oregon? That was
Let's do it.
so random. All right. So it is time now for the Laura segment brought to you by Big Grove. Okay, Matt. Oregon. This is so much fun for me because it's something that I know nothing about. What?
So I got in trouble last time for interjecting. Do I just sit quietly?
No. You have to interject
Oh, okay.
like this. Wow, that's crazy. Like this, those.
Dang.
No.
Like that. Like that.
Anybody listening just did a little jump. Okay. So Phil Knight.
Whoa.
Stop. Are you ready? Seriously.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Got it.
Phil Knight, co-founder of Nike. Okay. He's an alumnus, I guess is what you would say, is an alumnus of the
Gross.
University of Oregon. I think pretty much everybody knows that. But he's obviously made like super, super significant donations to the university. And Nike and Oregon have an exclusive contract. Okay. In 2017, I don't know what like the current contract is, but in 2017, it was an $11 year, $88 million deal.
So we'd still be under that contract. if
That's
they have
crazy.
to-
Yeah. Gave Nike major influence over what uniforms and equipment Oregon uses.
Mhm.
And so they like everybody thinks that they have like different uniforms for every game, which was my assumption, but they actually just have like a bunch of different pieces that they mix and match. So it looks like a new uniform, but they're using like,
Well, it's a different combination.
yes.
And I'm
different
pretty sure they
variations.
could go, last I saw, I'm pretty sure you could go like 12 seasons without them wearing the same uniform combination. That includes socks and shoes.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, they're kind of like a testing. It says test bed, but I don't like that term for like different Nike innovations. So for different like fabrics and technologies and design concepts, then they use Oregon for like basically to test them. So before they like roll out like the broader, like for every Nike team, this is the type of jersey or the type of like technology in the jersey or the pants, like they're going to test it with Oregon first. So interesting, right? But then also they were the ones, Nike were the ones that designed the iconic O logo back in 1998. So kind of crazy to think like how much of a
Influence.
influence that they've had over not just like their uniforms and the things they're wearing, but also like their entire brand identity. I'm going to get to that. Throw the O. Throw the O. Oh, that's what people do. They break the O over their knee. Do they really? That's so funny. I love that you just did that. Okay. Anyway, so to go back to your point of like how many different variations they have, this was according to, so there's a couple of different things, a couple of different numbers that were thrown like around the web. But according to AmericanSportswear.us feels very professional. Yes. They're saying that including all the variations in the last 20-ish years, they've had over 200 different uniforms. Think about how many uniforms Iowa has had in the last 20 years.
4.
No, literally. They have their black one and their white one.
And the yellow.
And
They do have gold.
I know. We've had some really
Yes,
cool.
yes.
We've had some really cool
Usually
different
we
uniforms.
get one a year.
One a year. But so that's 20 different uniforms, or 22. But 200 different uniform
That's a lot.
variations in the last 20 years. I thought that was absolutely crazy. And that's just mixing and matching pants, helmets, and jerseys.
Mm.
I don't know. I always wanted to be a cheerleader at Oregon because I said if it wasn't like so far away, that's where I would want to cheer because they always have the best uniforms. They always look the coolest. All right. The duck. Okay. This one's kind of crazy. Okay. So they used to be known as the webfoots.
Oh.
I know, kind of gross. Because you know what's funny about that is like you hear that and you're like, oh, so like it's meant to be a play on like the ducks or some sort of like goose or something. But also like the webfoots, like there's people with webbed feet. So to imagine like
I could have gone my life without hearing you
a
say
human
that.
webbed foot. Just saying. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, back in the 1920s, the team was called the Webbed Foots.
Webbed or web?
Webfoots.
Okay.
All one word, by the way. Then over time, the duck became more popular in part because of the webbed feet pun and then some art direction nudging the mascot toward a duck-inspired figure. Say. The funny part is the mascot ended up looking very much like Donald Duck. And guess who noticed?
Huey?
Sir Walt Disney. Huey.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
Oh, yeah. Really good job. Anyway, Sir Walt Disney noticed in the 1970s.
Sir.
And yes, in the 1970s. And there was a potential like legal issue
geez.
from Disney because the duck looks so much apparently like Donald Duck. I mean, you can probably
If
assume
you
there
look at
weren't,
some of the old ones, they do look close.
and there probably weren't too many cartoon ducks
Right.
that were around outside of Disney. So the university actually like found a photo back in 1947 of Walt Disney meeting with a University of Oregon person, and he was wearing like a Donald style jacket, and they were using it as proof of an implied agreement of like look,
You don't mess with us,
yeah.
we'll mess with you kind of
Yep.
thing.
And so the duck survived, and Walt Disney was like, fine, I'll grant you guys
Jeez.
permission to use the duck.
Nike and Disney, they got a lot going on over there.
So right. You're so right. Anyway, throwing the O. This is my last one. This is my last piece of lore. So do you know how the O started? Like throwing the O up started? It started with the band, Matt. You gave a shout out to the band
I did.
in our intro today. So back in the 1980s, the band director, Stephen Paul, used this hand signal, like throwing up the O, to cue the marching band during super loud games because they weren't able to hear it. So he would just put the O up of like, okay, it's your time to go. And then fast forward to 2001. So this is not that old of a tradition. What? Yeah. It's not that old of a tradition. Quarterback Joey Harrington
Yep.
made the signal while walking out of the tunnel at Autzen. Is that how you pronounce it? Autzen, Autzen.
That's how I would say it.
Okay, stadium. And there, a photo of it hit the front page, and boom, the gesture just totally took off from there. Isn't that insane?
Joey Harrington, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Name I've never heard of.
He was on the cover of NCAA 2000 or NCAA 2001.
Doing this?
Xbox. I don't think he was doing that. I think he was just there.
Now I really hope somebody does the breaking that over the knee. I didn't know that was
It's
a
almost
thing.
like the horns down thing.
Yeah.
It's a serious offense.
And you did it.
On a family podcast. It is Halloween weekend.
All right.
Super scary.
Super scary.
He was on the cover of 2003.
2003, sorry.
Thanks, Matthew. So I want to talk about Oregon, but first I want to say this. Coach Parker, in one of his, so like during the bye week, they usually bring out some of the assistant coaches to talk to the media, which doesn't happen like at all.
It's only during the bye week.
Yes, exactly. And it's always very fun because you don't really get to hear their voices that often. And it's just nice to hear like their perspective from things. Coach Parker like gave big props to Oregon of like how they're a really great program and then said they're a well-funded program. And Oregon fans got so mad on like Twitter, etc. I'm just saying, in the day and age that we have like of college football, like that
matters.
One, it matters. It's also a really big compliment to be a well-funded program. Everybody wants to be a well-funded program.
Yeah.
Everyone
absolutely.
wants to be a well-funded program. Why do you think the Swarm exists? Why do you think people are asking for, people to fundraise for their university. Why do you think people like, we have a $2 million quarterback or whatever. Yes, we want a well-funded program.
Yes.
Us too. Like whether you're getting them from the transfer portal or you're paying them because they've been here for 3 or 4 years, players are getting paid. So they want a well-funded program. It's a great compliment. You're a well-funded program. You have a lot of donors. It's great. I don't know. They're like, oh, you're just making it seem like our team is like.
We're only good because they bought our team.
Everybody buys their team now. I'm just saying. I just thought it was so ridiculous and I was making such a big deal about it. And I was like, it's actually a compliment. I really think he was trying to like pay a compliment. And if he wasn't, then it's only for him to know. I'm just saying. Don't you think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think it's that big of a deal.
I think there's a couple things of like, all right, we're going to take a bunch of 2-stars and we're going to go out there and play really good defense. And your well-funded team is going to face our 2-star defense.
I guess. That's fair.
Not that they're all 2-stars, but you get my point.
Okay. So that being said, can you tell me about Oregon's offense?
Oregon they've always kind of been known for speed. I think that was something that Chip Kelly kind of really emphasized at his time there. But then they went into Dan Lanning and they still have the speed, but they also have a little bit of strength. Watching the way they played Indiana, watching the way they played Wisconsin, which Wisconsin's kind of an outlier. I brought it up earlier, but 22 mile an hour winds, it was downpouring. Starting quarterback went out in the third quarter. I would argue that's not the true Oregon team. That being said, offensively, they still like to work the wings. They like to run outside, really test if you can take the right angles against people with that type of elite speed. But you also see some deeper route patterns. And because of that, their quarterback does get sacked a decent amount. I saw Wisconsin only rushing 4 and they're getting there. Indiana's only rushing 4 and getting there. We've seen Coach Parker kind of dial up more of our double safety blitzes to get there, which, I mean, feast or famine, it's worked more than it hasn't. The one time it didn't was the kind of walk-off touchdown that Indiana had. But for the most part, it works. So I'd expect to see some exotic stuff there. Sounds like their quarterback is going to start. Sounds like he practiced this past week during the bye week, so I'm not too worried about him not playing. But that being said, they got home. One thing that their offense has done really well, and it was showcased in the Wisconsin game because they couldn't throw the ball. Their offensive linemen get downfield. So what that means is our offensive line or our defensive line has to be really, really good at basically stopping their offensive linemen from getting downfield. I feel like I've touched on it a couple times, but this is the game where it all comes to fruition. So our defensive line are not meant to get tackles. They're not. That's not their main goal. Our defensive line is meant to take 2 blocks. So we want a double team on our defensive linemen so our linebackers can scrape paint and find the hole and tackle the running back. That's how our defense is set up. This is the game where that has to happen. Whether it be Aaron Graves, whether it be Hawthorne, whether it be Pace, whether it be Herkett or Max Llewellyn or whoever's in there, BA, whoever it is that's setting up has to take the block so that way our linebackers can do that. Way too many times against Wisconsin, I'm seeing linemen downfield 7, 8, 9, 10, even 11 yards on the third phase of the defense and the DBs, right? Like we can't allow their offensive linemen to get down there. So I think this is a really big game for our defensive linemen to A, get after the quarterback because they do give up sacks, but then B, also how do I stay on my block, which I know is counterintuitive, but how do I stay blocked so my linebackers are the ones that are able to go make the plays? So I think that's kind of what it comes down to. With their passing game, the quarterback's really good, doesn't miss open guys. They do some trickeration stuff. I've seen some reverses, things of that nature. I'm not as worried about that stuff just because of how fundamentally sound Iowa is, especially at the positions that need to be high level are the ones that are the oldest guys. Most of our team is admittedly older guys, but like linebackers, Zach Lutmer's played a lot. He's been playing really good, fundamentally sound football. Ethan Herkett, Max Llewellyn, like those are the guys that are going to have to be able to stay home. So that way on a reverse, they're able to make the play. So those types of things I think are going to be really, really big for our defense against their offense.
Okay. That makes sense. Now tell me about their defense.
Defensively, they kind of fly around. They really do. They do fly around. They run kind of more of a quarter shell. And what I mean by quarter shell is that their safeties are a little bit lower than most teams you would find in a 2 high shell. So let me back this up here. So a too high shell means that your corners are up, probably within 3 to 5 yards of the wide receivers on the outside. And they basically have the flats. So they stay there. So that way anything short, they cover. Then typically you have your safeties they both have half of the field behind them. So they are the last line of defense, or the safeties for the defense. And essentially they take the half. So on a too high or too deep shell, that's how it plays out for the most part. There's a lot of intricacies, whether you want to go to cover 8, cover 6. Like there's a lot of different ways to finagle it if you want to go man on one side, zone on another. But for the basics of right now, when I don't have a whiteboard, that's how we're going to talk about it. So the too high shell basically means that your corners are going to be more the run fit players because they're close to the line of scrimmage. And your safeties are going to be more of a pass first, pass second, pass third, now respond to the run type of players. Oregon doesn't play that way. And at least they didn't play that way against Indiana. I didn't see it much against Wisconsin. Their safeties are lower. So quarters turns into man-to-man really quick in the way that it's set up. But the corners essentially have a quarter of the field, and your safeties have a quarter of the field all the way back. What this does is allows your safeties, who are typically the better tackle players, they're the ones that go man-to-man on the tight ends. They're the ones that go man-to-man on the running backs every now and then, depending upon the formation. But they're the ones that come up and play the run. So they are not selling out on the run, but they're expecting more running. And in the same way, I'd rather have, and this is on no knock to Deshaun Lee or no knock to TJ Hall, but I'd rather have Xavier Wongpa or Cohen Entringer filling the gap to make that play. I just trust them more. Now, again, nothing against TJ Hall. I think he's been playing great, and I think Deshaun Lee has also been playing great. And they are willing to come up and make that tackle to where it's a little bit, it allows Coach Parker to do a few different things. But that's how they do it. They want their safeties down low in the box. Now, that being said, their nickel guy is more of he's a more hands-on guy. Their corners are more likely to man turn. And there's a difference between a man turn and a zone turn. Zone turn means I keep my back to the sideline. I always want to see the quarterback because I'm in a zone. A man turn means I'm playing man-to-man and I'm going to look at my man the entire time. They're a little physical. It's going to be a true test for our wide receivers. Like this will be the toughest test for our wide receivers, I believe, up to date. Even though we played Indiana, we didn't quite have Reese Vanderzee. How is he going to come back? He should be able to bully some of these guys as long as his technique is correct, right? Ripping through guys, getting to the top of his route, maybe giving a little chicken wing as long as he's not extending. Little things like that I think are going to be big here. Seth Anderson, how are they going to respond to that? They don't necessarily get up in your face because that's not quarters coverage. Now, they will go some man-to-man, right? Like all these defenses or all these teams are going to have more than one coverage, as well they should. But for the most part, they're going to be in that quarter shell. That means that hooks should be open. That means that out should be open. That means that posts should be open. There's a lot of different nuances that should be able to play off that. I wouldn't be surprised if we're able to hit a deep play action post at some point during this game, just because that's what quarters coverage gives up. I.e., Tavon Smith in the 2015. I got a shout out 2015. Tavon Smith 2015. His touchdown was past 13 sail, and essentially we knew we were getting quarters coverage against Michigan State. Do the play action. I ran an out to make sure that the safety came with me, and then Tavon was one-on-one with the corner. Obviously, the rest is history. Dab. But from there, essentially, the biggest thing is understanding what they're trying to do to us, and then we can fit them. They didn't stop the run entirely well against Indiana or against Wisconsin. They were able to run at least a little bit. So I expect Kamari Moulton, Mark Gronowski, if Jazz Patterson gets more reps. Like, we have so many horses in the stable that I think we just need to unleash them a little bit. Passing the ball right now, I feel pretty good with how Marky G has been throwing it. He feels like it's his team. Like, I can see the moxie. I can see, and I say moxie because moxie is a good thing. I don't see arrogance. I don't see cockiness. I see moxie. I see somebody who's coming into his own and understanding this is his team. And that's how I foresee this kind of moving forward. So with that, I expect to see some funky things, but at the same time, like if we play fundamentally sound football, have a team win like we did against Minnesota, I expect not that type of outcome, but I expect an Indiana-Oregon type of outcome, just a little lower scoring.
And lastly, we have to, it's Iowa. We have to talk about special teams.
This is a gimmicky team. And I say gimmicky, but I don't mean it in a negative connotation. Gimmicky a lot of times says that we're not good enough at anything, so we're going to be gimmicky and Mickey Mouse or whatever to try and compensate for the fact that we're not actually good. I don't think that's true. I just think that this team is more apt to take risk and to do things a little bit different. Like cheeky is kind of a better way to put it. Opening kickoff against Wisconsin, they did an onside kick and they recovered. Can't allow that to happen in Kinnick. They did a fake punt, so they put that on tape, right? They did a reverse. They went for it on 4th and 2 in their own spot of the field. It's like 35-yard line against Indiana. They got it. But that's something that this team is used to, that type of gimmick. So it's more meant to be, our guys need to be buttoned up and exactly know what they're doing, which means that rush to hold up has to be the key to our punt return game. Because I wouldn't be shocked if they don't want to punt to them. They have a rugby style against Wisconsin. It kind of rolled on the ground the entire time. So they didn't really have an opportunity. Now, granted, 22-mile-an-hour winds, it's windy. They probably just want to be able to get the punt off. But I don't know how many opportunities Caden Weegens is going to get. However, if we're going to give him opportunities, we have to do what's called a rush to hold up. What that means is you run through your guy as if you're trying to block the punt, but you're not giving up. You're not trying to make the guy miss you so you can go block the punt. You're trying to rush through him to go block the punt. Why is this important? Well, if I rush through him to try and block the punt, A, he can't go field the punt if Caden Weegens catches it. And B, he can't go out for a fake because I've got him locked up. So there's a couple things here that as long as we're fundamentally sound, we've seen our special teams kind of take an uptick. That's what we need to be aware of. Frontline guys need to see the ball off the tee. You hear it all the time. See it off the tee, see it off the tee. Essentially make sure it's kicked over your head before you go line up. So that way you don't give up an onside kick. So we just need to be a little bit more aware of that type of stuff in this game. Especially, this is going to be a really big game for what the Big Ten holds for the Big Ten championship. So as far as special teams goes, we need to be on our A game, focus, understanding what to do, and then just go out there and execute the same way that we expect Iowa to execute every single Saturday. I know you didn't ask about it, but man, people hate me for talking about the Big Ten championship. So I'm going to talk about the standings here. Essentially, so USC beat Nebraska, so Nebraska has 2 losses in the Big Ten. USC didn't play great in that game. Quarterback didn't play great, but he did do well with his legs. Obviously, that's looking ahead. But that's a 1-loss team in the Big Ten. Michigan ended up winning. That's a 1-loss team in the Big Ten. They beat Purdue, I believe, 21-16. Ohio State won, Indiana won, so they're both undefeated in the Big Ten. The outside part of this, and I think I brought it up earlier, the outside part of this is that even if we don't go to the Big Ten championship, we still might have an opportunity to go to college football playoff. Now, what that means is we have to take care of business on Saturday. Now, for all the reasons I outlined, I think if we just play true fundamental Iowa football, run the ball, set up the play action, take advantage of this quarter's coverage, and then on defense, get after them with our front four. We'll bring blitzes every now and then. Get after them with our front four and don't let them set up the big play, which is usually Iowa's shtick anyway, of not giving up the big play. Those two things and being alert on special teams, I think we do have a legitimate opportunity to beat this team. Wisconsin was in that game, and it wasn't terrible to start the game. It was 0-0 for, I believe, over halfway into the second quarter before Oregon even got on the board. So there's opportunity here, but how do we capitalize? So if we take care of business rest of the season, I think we have a legitimate shot at making the college football playoff, even if we don't go into the Big Ten championship.
All right. Very good. Well, hopefully the weather's going to be good. I'd imagine it's going to be a little chilly. And this is going to be Dax's first ever game in Kinnick Stadium.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say that. His second ever game, but like his first real one where he knows exactly what's going on.
Yes.
It's very exciting. I wish you the best of luck. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely insane. I can't wait. I know Hawkeye fans are ready and raring for this weekend. And we will see you guys next time after the game.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.